What are the best jazz records released in 2023? In my hand I'm holding my 9 favorites of this year. As usually, I will needle drop every album on my turntable so you get a taste of the record. The musicians are from all over the world, the UK, Finland, Sweden, even from my homeland, Netherlands. And we start off with number 9, Tony Nassau from Estland. He released the albums Colors and Shape on the jazz label Jazz Aggression from Finland. It's a new series, this is part 1 of the new library series, and that already gives a hint of the music you can expect. It is jazz with a library feeling. Tony is a composer and keyboard player, veteran. I think he's playing for a long time, although this is the first time I heard his name. He plays a Mark II Rhodes, so you get that's the foundation of the music. So you get really that warmth and a soundscape of the 70s. I love it for that reason. For number 8, we keep the library feel with Sven Wander from Sweden. He released the album Late Again on the label Piano Piano. In the beginning it was a big mystery, who is Sven Wander? His name wasn't mentioned on the album. Now it is, we know a little bit more. We also know that Sven Wander isn't his real name. He's really a master at creating these soundscapes, these soundtracks. Especially on this album, it's called Late Again, it's perfect late night listening. As the days get shorter and the darkness gets in quicker, this is a perfect album to relax, dream away and listen to the music. For number 7, we move to the UK with the album released by Andy Hay, Children of the Sun. It's a self-released album. As you can see with the artwork, Andy Hay puts everything he has into the music and into the artwork. He paints every cover himself, which is just an amazing act if you think about it. The music itself is very joyful. There is really so much positivity in the music. Andy Hay is a drummer. He's helped by friends, and this time he really outdid himself with just the positiveness and the joy that springs from the music. For number 6, we move back to Sweden. On the label RR Gems is released Formative Stages by the Organic Pulse Ensemble. And it sounds as an ensemble, but it is a one-person spiritual jazz band, Gustav. And it is hard to imagine. I must honestly say it blows my mind that you're listening to one person. He plays every instrument, he plays different percussion instruments. But the mystery is, there is almost like an interaction between the players. But it can't be, as there is only one person. And Gustav takes you on a voyage in a deep soundscape. And it is a beautiful trip, it's a beautiful journey. And for number 5, we're moving back to the UK. It seems we're moving up and down Europe, and in a sense we're doing that. Nostalgia 77 released the album The Loneliest Flower in the Village. It's released on Jazzman Records, and Nostalgia 77 really found a new jazz groove. The music is a kind of mellow spiritual jazz, and it is really easy to sink into and escape the stress of modern life. And for number 4, we're moving to the Netherlands, my home country. Soul Supreme released the album Poetic Justice. It's a melting pot of new jazz, hip-hop grooves, electro-funk, broken beat. Soul Supreme for sure plays some funky keys. This album has a lot of positivity, although it is really born out of negativity that Soul Supreme finds himself. He is battling the ownership of his music and is not going the right way. But he tried from all that negative energy to create something positive, and he succeeded. This is really a great album. For number 3, we're moving to Estonia, the land of Misha Panfilov. On the label Funk Night Records, the Misha Panfilov septet released the album Gala. And this is Misha at his most jazziest, most soulful, maybe even his most intimate album. Although it is a septet, there is no overplaying, there is no hurry, you can just get into your laid-back mood, relax, enjoy, take a cup of coffee and absorb the music. For number 2, we're moving to Finland, and we take with us Greg Folk from the UK. There we meet up in Finland with Eero Koskistone, the legendary Finnish tenor saxophonist. Together they created an album that is rooted in the 70s. It's called Feathers and released by Jazz Aggression. And the smooth, earthy sound of the 70s really brings out the best of both players. It is as if they are painting on a canvas with the colors of fall. A beautiful, beautiful album. And now, number 1, the best jazz album of 2023. Village of the Sun, First Light, released by Gearbox. And by coincidence, it was the first album I bought in 2023, and it stayed on top of my list the whole year. It is a collaboration, a little bit of an unusual one, by Binker Golding, saxophonist, Moses Boyd, drummer, and Simon Radcliffe, musician, electronic musician, producer. The collaboration, I think, is something for all of them was new territory, but they created an album that is a joy to listen to. And this is no late night jazz, it does not have that feeling. As the title says, First Light, this album has the energy of that first sun hitting your face. It is filled with energy to start a day. Enjoy!